Let us begin. Come into any comfortable seated posture and close your eyes. Time to bring all the attention back inward. Whether it's the early morning or later in the day, right until the time we came onto the mat, the mind would have been busy with something external. Our attention is always going outward. So let's take this 1 hour to bring our awareness back inward. Start by observing the body. See how you're holding your body right now. Bringing that activeness in all the muscles of the body. Some parts might be overactive, which might be causing some tightening, holding, clenching. And some parts might be underactive, which may mean that they're feeling a little heavier against the floor. Heavier when you move your awareness to that part. So a good reference is the face muscles, bringing your awareness to the face. Try to feel that you're about to smile. You're not moving any muscles, no bigger movements to bring a smile on the face. Just the feeling that you're about to smile brings an activeness in the muscles of the face. See if you can bring that same feeling through the whole body. Starting from the feet, as if you're about to lift the feet off the mat. Lift the legs. But if you take that movement a little too much in depth, you start clenching as if you're about to lift. So finding that right balance to bring that lightness through the body. As if you're about to lift or move each part. Activeness in the buttocks, in all the back muscles, the arms, even how your fingers and palms are placed. Doesn't matter how they're placed, but whether they are pressing into the legs or the knees, whether you're clenching, tightening the fingers. Bring that uniform lightness, participation of all the muscles. Your belly, your chest, the neck, the back of your head, top of the head. Now remain aware of the whole body, staying light, active. Start observing your breath as well. With the right balance, the right amount of activeness, you will be able to feel sensations from every breath throughout the body. The gross breath, we are breathing in air into the lungs. But that is also acting as a vehicle for the subtle breath, the subtle energy, that life force energy, the flow of prana. And that is not confined to the lungs. So if you stay mentally active, physically active, open, with every inhalation, exhalation, you may be able to notice sensations throughout the body. And now feel that your inhalations are refreshing, energizing every part of the body and mind. And your exhalations are releasing any holding, blockages, knots, the stale energy from all parts of the body and mind. So let your inhalations refresh, recharge you. Your exhalations cleanse and relax you. Now set an intention to be focused inward, to be aware of the body and the breath, all aspects of them throughout the practice today. And if possible, even beyond the practice. Remaining light and open in the body, open in the breathing, open in the throat. Notice how your chanting is. We will do our 3 rounds of Omkara. Even as you chant, see if there's any obstruction to the flow of the sound as you breathe out. You can hold your hands in a chin mudra or a namaste. Take a nice breath in for the first round. Observe the silence when you stop the chant. Notice the subtle sensations running through the body. And continues to stay with your eyes closed, observing the breath, mentally counting the number of seconds you're taking to breathe in and out. As you inhale, start counting to see how many seconds you're taking to breathe in. And do the same thing as you breathe out. We will try to establish our Samavritti breathing. So slowly see if you can make the inhalations and exhalations even. Coming into an even, equal breath keeps the body feeling more stable, keeps the mind more stable. We'll try to maintain that balance with the breathing and even with the body throughout the practices today. Now let go of the count. Coming back to your natural breath, bring your palms together. You can start rubbing them. Cupping your eyes. Take your time. Take your time to blink your eyes open. And when you're ready, you can gently start coming up to a standing position. We'll start our asana practice standing. Stand with your feet slightly apart or together. Together might make it a little more challenging to stay stable and balanced, but if you're comfortable with that, you can go with that. Palms are facing the thighs, standing nice and tall. Bring your fingers, interlock them in front of the chest. Take a nice breath in here. As you breathe out, flipping the palms, pushing the arms away. Breathing in, go back in. Breathe out. Two more rounds. And this time we'll flip the palms from upward, from the thumbs coming up and reverse. Continue for 4 more rounds. Waking up the muscles in the fingers, wrists, arms, the back of the shoulders. Remember, the whole body is participating, not just the arms. And once you're done, you can release your arms. Take a few seconds. And then you can raise your arms up from the side with your inhalation. Interlock your fingers at the top of your head, flip them upward. Feel the stretch coming from the feet, through every part, from the tailbone, through the whole of the spine. And gently try to take the hands even behind the head, opening up the front of the shoulder joints. Just hold it back there. Keep looking to the front. Let the whole body participate. Activeness through all the parts. Now, through the practices, you can stay with that Samavritti, equal breathing of yours. So, come back to it. Take another breath here. And then gently straighten the arms. Again, you can relax them, bring them down. Observe the sensations through the arms, through the whole body. Any difference in between the different parts, allow that to dissolve. Coming back to Samasthiti, feeling uniform throughout. And when you are back in that state of Samasthiti, this time roll the shoulders up, back and down, interlock your fingers at the back. Some more shoulder opening. So as you breathe in, try to raise your arms away from the body. Breathing out, bring them back. Continue with your equal breathing. Moving at the same pace as your breath. Allow the chest, the collarbone, the shoulders to open up. Finishing 5 rounds. By moving the body at the same time as the breathing, you're cutting down the mind's habit of feeling that urgency in moving. Sometimes, otherwise, you would have noticed that you raise your arms slowly, but when you have to come back, there is an urgency to come back. So finish your 5 rounds, and then you can relax your arms. See how much the body has moved away from that state of Samavritti, remaining aware of every part. Allow that difference to dissolve. And when you are back in Samavritti, we'll interlock the fingers the same way, rolling the shoulders open. This time, instead of moving the arms away from the head, we'll move it downwards towards the floor and let the head drop back. So stretch for the neck also. So as you breathe in, you let the palms, as if someone's pulling the palms towards the floor. Let your head go back. Breathing out, straighten up. Continue for 4 more rounds. Here again, equal breathing. Try to remember, even your feet are participating in this. Mentally counting, moving at the same pace as your breath. See if you feel any obstruction, any holding, tightness when you're going in and out. Just observe, continue to stay relaxed mentally. And finish your 5 rounds, then you can release your arms. Observe the sensations, come back to your Samavritti. And with the shoulders open, let us now make the neck rotation, bringing your chin down, going with the same equal breathing, making your rotations 3 rounds in both the directions. Especially when you're exhaling, just feel that you're releasing any tightness in that area that you're moving. Finish the 3 rounds. Once you're done, observing the body again, coming back to your Samavritti. Now keeping your feet slightly apart, hands on the waist. Let's make a few hip rotations. Aware of every part of the body, aware of the breathing. Make sure your hips are going in all 4 directions uniformly. If not, see what is stopping it from maybe stretching more on one side. See if there's any tightness. Go for 3 rounds and then you can reverse the direction. Once you're done, 3 rounds in both directions, you can relax. Bring your feet closer. We'll get some more movement for the whole body with our forward fold. So our dynamic movement is just going to be going into the back bend and coming into the forward fold. So first few rounds, go easy. We'll do 5 rounds again, mindfully with the breath, remembering that the whole body is participating. So breathing in, you can get started. Lengthen upward first, gently arching back. Allow the hips to come forward. Bend the knees if you feel like it. Breathing out, straighten up, hinging from the hips. Feel free to bend the knees. Drop the arms, drop the head down. Breathing in, coming back up with the arms by the side of the ears. If it feels challenging to bring the arms up by the side of the ears, you can take the arms sideways. It doesn't matter. You're going to keep the back safe. So while going up and down, you can even raise the arms sideways if that feels safer for the back. And then arch back. Make sure you straighten up and then bring the arms sideways. Whichever version works for you. 2 more rounds. Remember, stay active in every part. When you're coming up from the forward fold, make sure the feet, the toes are also supporting you in coming up, not just the upper body or the lower back. Once you're done with the last round, you can just straighten up, bring the arms down, observe the body. See which part of the body has moved away from that state of Samavritti. See if your breath has moved away. Doesn't matter. We are challenging the body. So just allow the breath, the body to come back to that balanced Samavritti state. When you're back in that state of Samavritti, we'll go into the horse rider's pose. So what you will do is raise your arms up, lengthen, come into a forward fold, and from there, take the right leg back as you breathe in. Place the knee down, right toe stretched to the back of the room. Find your comfort here. And from here, we'll do a dynamic movement for the hip joints, releasing all the muscles around here. So breathe in, look forward, chest open. Allow the hips to sink down. Breathing out. See if you can keep your palms or fingertips where they are. Shift the hips back, trying to straighten the knee. Take the head towards the knee. If it's too intense, you can move your palms back 1 step when you go back. And then when you come forward, you can either keep your palms there. So find a position where they can remain stable, or if you need to, you can move it along with the upper body movement. So going slowly, breathing in, you come forward, breathing out, you take the hips back. Stay with that equal breathing. Noticing where there is a resistance to the stretches. Just being okay with whatever is happening. Finish your 5 rounds. Once you're done with the 5 rounds, place your right palm down. You'll open the left palm up, going into a twist. You just lift the left arm pointing up towards the ceiling. You're looking upward. Remain aware of the whole body. Are your fingers, your palm on the floor participating? The back knee, the back foot, all the back muscles, the front leg, the upper arm, both your shoulders, even your head participating, active. Are you able to maintain your equal breathing? And as you exhale next, you can bring the palm outside of the foot. Tuck the back toes in. Let's go into a mountain pose. Gently sliding the left leg back. Adjust your posture. Adjust the position of your feet. Press gently into the knuckles, the base of all the fingers. Finding support in all the body parts for the mountain pose. Gently pushing the heels to the mat. Feeling that someone's pulling your waist towards the ceiling. The tailbone pointing upward. The chest going inward. Looking at your knees. One more breath here. See if you can maintain that equal breathing. And the next inhalation, you can bring your left foot forward. Sorry, the right foot forward between your palms. Left knee comes down, toes stretch to the back. Adjust your posture, take a few moments, and then we'll move again dynamic. Breathing in, you allow the hips to come forward, sink down. Breathing out, you take the hips back, take your head towards the knee. Adjust the hand position as needed. Finish your 5 rounds. Whenever you're done with the 5 rounds, this time we go into a plank. And try to hold the plank with the equal breathing, participation in all the body parts. So after you're done, tuck the back toes, slide the right foot back, shift the shoulders to come right above the wrist. And if you're keeping the whole body free to move, along with the shoulders moving forward, the hips also lower a bit. Don't let your hips sag down too much, nor raised high. You need to feel that there is work happening in the core muscles. Now, even if your breath is a little shorter, see if you can maintain equal breathing, gently pressing into the knuckles, the base of the fingers. One more breath here. And then you can place your knees down, sitting back on your heels, going into a child's pose, Balasana. So you'll take the arms back by the side of the body, drop your head forward. Observe the whole body. Even here, allow the whole body to participate. Sometimes it might feel like, oh, my belly and chest are getting pressed too much. I'm not able to breathe. So become more active in the spine. Allow the spine to move as you breathe in and out. Be more active in the legs so that the body is not sinking passively to the floor. Active in the arms. And slowly you'll start getting comfortable, even in this posture where there's more chance to feel discomfort. Feel that the whole of the back is opening up with every breath. There's enough space for the lungs to expand. One last breath here. And as you inhale, straighten up to a Vajrasana. Take a few moments in Vajrasana. Today we'll try one new standing posture. You might have done it in the other classes. Gently come up to a standing position. So I'll just show you what we'll do. We're going to do the half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Different schools use the same name for different postures. But what we are trying to do is, so this is the half moon where you balance. It's a balancing posture. So you can start with the knees bent if needed initially. I'll just show you how we go into it. And place your palms down wherever they reach. Just a little in front of the feet. Okay, once your palms are here, we try to straighten one leg back. So you lift the right leg back. You're still on both the palms and one leg. And then from here, we start raising the right arm pointing to the side of the room. So we find our activeness in the left palm. Suppose right now here we are balancing on the left palm, the left foot. Trying to find that lightness. So this can be our posture for today, or just this much can be our posture for today. Your knee can be bent. As you get comfortable, you open the knee out. And then slowly we start opening the body up sideways. Lifting the arm up. This is the half moon pose. But for today, we'll see what stage we are comfortable with and go up to that point. So with your feet slightly apart. Breathing in, raise your arms, lengthening. Breathing out, start leaning forward from the hip. If you can, with the legs straight, see if you can place the palms somewhere in front. If not, bend the knees to just place the palms down. So once the palms are placed, see nice and stable in the left foot and start the right foot back. If this itself feels challenging, we'll stay here. Find your stability, your equal breathing. If you're okay, even for one breath, if you want, you can open the arm out to the side, the right arm pointing to the side of the room. Try to find, it's only parallel to the floor. We're not raising it up right away. So start with parallel to the floor. And if you're comfortable, you can even raise to the fingertips on the left arm, staying active in all parts mindfully. You can start raising the arm. Go with wherever you're comfortable. Take one more breath. And placing the palm back, placing the foot back. Take your time. You can raise your arms up from the side. Come back up. Relax the arms. Observe the whole body. See what parts have moved away from Samavritti. Those are the areas we might have been holding tension, some blockages, an imbalance and flow of energy. So allow those sensations to dissolve. When you're feeling stable, relaxed, you can try the same thing on the other side. So you can start by raising the arms, lengthening. Stay with that relaxed breathing, equal breathing. And as you breathe out, come into your forward fold with the palms a little in front of the feet. It's okay if the knees are bent. Find your stability here on all fours. And then gently, stay gentle on the palms, and the right foot, this time you raise the left leg back. Find your stability here. Stay light on the left foot, left palm, preparing to raise it. See if you feel stable. And if you are, open the left arm out to the side. If not, place the palm back. Focus on strengthening that leg, finding the balance on 3 limbs here, the 2 arms and the back leg. If not, open out. And if you're comfortable, you can open all the way up, opening the leg and the arm side. So whichever position you're comfortable in, staying there. So just another breath. Notice where you feel the discomfort. If it's not comfortable, you can always come out of the pose. And I'll slowly place the palm down, place the foot down. And as you breathe in, raising up, bringing your arms down by the side. Observe the whole body. Come back to your Samavritti. And when you're feeling uniform, stable, you can come to a seated position, stretching the legs out in front. Now place your palms a little behind the buttocks. Bend your knees, keep the feet wide apart. Balancing, many times we tend to clench. So these stabilizing muscles here, there might be a little tightness. Let's just gently go into, drop the knees down alternately. You breathe into the center, breathe out. Go for a few rounds. Coming back to the center, you can stretch the legs out wide. Just flap your feet. Releasing the hip joints. And now we fold the left leg. Try to keep the shin parallel to the edge of the mat. Ankle and knee in one line if possible. And move it in. If it's too wide apart, it may not be fully straight. So move it in a bit. And then if possible, place the other shin right above that. This is again working on the outer hip, outer thigh. If this is not working for today, it's okay to have them slightly, the ankle going in slightly. Keep the other leg on top. So finding a posture that's comfortable for you. Just observe how you're feeling. We'll do a lateral stretch from here. With the right leg on top, we'll lean to the right side. So breathing in, raise your arms, lengthen from the tailbone. As you breathe out, going down to the right side. Whichever leg is on top, that side. Adjust the position of your arm. And remember, you can move, change a bit if needed during the posture also, while we are holding the posture. Now see if you can let your head also hang loose. Close your eyes. Observe the whole body. See where you're feeling any strong sensations. Take your awareness to the opposite side of the body in the same part. If you're feeling it on the outer hip, check the other outer hip. See if you're active there. So if the stretch is coming on the left side only, and if it is feeling intense, see if you're using the right side actively to feel active even on these muscles. When we bend to the side, there's a possibility that all those muscles, we let them go passive. So remain active. Equal breathing. Being okay with whatever is happening. Staying light, active. If one shoulder or arm is feeling it right now, see if you're active in the other arm. You will notice that the discomfort is lesser when you're active. One last breath here. Wherever you feel discomfort, take your awareness to the other part. You will notice some part is passive, which is why the discomfort is so intense. And as you breathe in next, gently come back up. Relax your arms. Now bringing your arms to the front, you can lean from the hip. Place the fingertips in front of you. Looking to the front of the room, walk your palms, your fingers forward. By looking to the front, we allow the lower back to lengthen before the upper back rounding up. And once you've got a good stretch in the lower back, you can relax the shoulders, upper body, drop your head forward. Keep the chin slightly tucked in. That way the back of the neck also gets to lengthen. Even here, it's a good opportunity to see if there's some part which is passive, causing this discomfort in some other part. See if your legs are very passive, pressing into the mat. Bring that activeness. Your back muscles, your belly and chest. Only when everything contributes, every part is participating, you'll be able to go deeper into postures with lesser discomfort. At the next inhalation, slowly walk your fingers back, straightening your spine. Coming back up. You can release the legs, come back to your seated sthiti, taking your time to come back to Samasthiti. Let any differences in the body dissolve. And now we bend the right leg first, trying to keep the ankle and knee in one line if possible, horizontally. Stack the other leg on top, the ankle coming over the knee coming over the ankle. You get a nice triangle between your legs, but it can be a modification of this. If this is not too comfortable, the ankles can be a little more inward, which is okay. Finding your posture for the lower body. which is comfortable, stable. Keep your hands by the side in line with the hips. We raise the hands and take them back in that same line. So breathing in, raise, lengthen through the tailbone, from the tailbone through the crown of your head. And this time we lean to the other side. You can go stage by stage. Go a little easy wherever it's most comfortable. See if you can remain active in all the parts, especially the side that is bending down. And then see if your body allows you to go a little more. Continue and then find a position where it's comfortable and then drop your head also to the side. Now observe if you're clenching anywhere, overactiveness in some part, passivity. See what parts are pressing hard into the mat. Make them active. See what parts are just hanging loose. Your head is hanging loose, but even then, the lower side of the neck, the left side of the neck is also active. The left shoulder is also active. That arm is active. Finding the balance, though the body is not straight and balanced as such. If your arm is feeling intense, you can even move it a little to see where it's comfortable. Maybe today here it's comfortable, you can move it a little more forward. So you're not trying to hurt the body, but trying to find activeness also. Maybe the back of the arm is not active and participating. One last breath here. And as you breathe in next, gently pressing into the palm, come back up. Relax your arms. Take a moment. Bringing the fingertips to the front, leaning from the lower back, from the hip joints. Look to the front of the room, walking your fingertips, your palms forward. Find a good amount of stretch. Stay active in every part. And then drop the shoulders, the head forward. Keep the chin tucked in. No part passive and heavy on the mat. No clenching, tightening of any muscles. Active in the feet. Active in the legs. The back muscles. The belly and chest. Your arms and your head. Every part is light and active. With the next inhalation, start walking your fingers back, straightening up, taking your time. Release the legs, coming back to Samavritti in your seated posture. Let all the intense sensations dissolve. And bring your legs into a cross-legged sitting posture. Vajrasana is also good if you want to sit that way. We will do our pranayama for a few minutes. Adjust your posture so that your back is straight. Your arms are relaxed. You can hold your fingers in a chin mudra. Face relaxed. Eyelids closed gently. Move your attention to the lungs and feel that you're breathing deep into the lungs, allowing the belly to come forward. Breathing out as the lungs contract, the belly goes back in. Settling into your abdominal breathing. We will practice Bhastrika pranayama, where we swing the belly in and out with inhalations and exhalations, both with the same intensity. Kapalabhati, only the exhalations are more intense. Here, the inhalation, you're pushing the belly out, also more intense, pulling it in intense. We'll do it guided by the Soham chant. So you don't have to chant, you're only breathing. So as I chant, you move the belly. So we exhale completely. So is for inhalation, belly expanding. Hum is for the belly contracting, going back in as you exhale. So inhale, hum, exhale. Now exhale completely. So hum. 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 So let go. Stay with the stillness. Stay with not doing anything. Stay with that state of having no need for body movement, for breath movement, because of which there's no need for the thoughts to arise and pass either. Just being, nothingness. Allow the mind to get comfortable with that state. Enjoy that state. Even as the breathing comes back, just try to see if you can stay with that state of no thoughts. Nothing else to focus on, just on that stillness and silence. We'll do this practice one more time. Make sure your back is straight, otherwise, there's a chance of hurting the lower back. And try to keep the whole body light and easy. Movement coming only in the abdominal muscles, the rest of the body relaxed. Exhale completely, pushing all the air out, pulling the belly button in. So, hum, 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 so, hum. Let go. All our practices are to bring us to this stillness of the mind. Now, whatever happens with the body, breathing, try to stay with that stillness. That state of no need, state of contentment. See if you can hold on to that state, sustain that state, and slowly release your body into Shavasana. We'll try to stay in that silence. Even as your body is moving to settle down, try to remain with that state of just being. Let go of the body onto the mat. And come back to that silence. If you feel like you lost touch with that state of space, silence, stillness, you can just listen around to any sounds coming in the room. And try to listen to that silence between the sounds, in the background of all the sounds. If you are listening, let all the sounds fade into the background. Let the silence come to the foreground. Only silence, stillness. See if there's any sound to this silence. whether there is a sound or not. We are not analyzing, we're just listening. Today, I let you be in that silence until you feel the urge to come out of it. With gratitude, I will end the session here, but continue to lie down or remain seated as long as you feel comfortable and can sit or lie down. Thank you.